Being able to simplify derivatives is an important step after applying rules like the product, quotient, and chain rules. Over the next few videos, we're going to take a look at some simplifying strategies. In this video, we're going to simplify by factoring out the least powers. Let's start with this function. Pause the video and find the derivative. First, rewrite the function in exponent form. So pause the video if you haven't done that already. We can rewrite the square root as raised to the power of 1/2. Now we can use the product rule to find the derivative. I'll label x squared as the first function and the square root of 1 minus x squared as the second function. So we get the derivative is the first function times the derivative of the second function plus the second function times the derivative of the first function, which gives us f prime of x is equal to x squared times the derivative of the second function, which is a composite function, so we need to apply the chain rule. Let's bring the exponent down, keep the inner function, and reduce the exponent by 1. Then we need to multiply that by the derivative of the inner function. By the power rule, the derivative of negative x squared is negative 2x. Let's add that to the second function times the derivative of the first function. The derivative of x squared is 2x. Now let's simplify. Pause your video and simplify this derivative. On the left side, negative 2 times 1/2 is negative 1. And x times x squared is x cubed. Over to the right side, I'm going to move the 2x to the front, so both terms have a similar appearance. To simplify this expression, we'll need to factor out the term with the least power. What do both terms have in common? Well, they both have an x, and they both have a 1 minus x squared component. The least power of x is 1, and the least power of 1 minus x squared is negative 1/2. So let's factor those two out. Factoring out an x from a negative x cubed gives us negative x squared. And this factor is the same. And over here, factoring out an x out of 2x gives us 2. And factoring out something raised to the negative 1/2 from that something to the 1/2 is just that something. This might be easier to see if we use the properties of exponents. If we divide two numbers with the same base, we can subtract their exponents. Now let's simplify the stuff inside the brackets. Negative x squared times 1 is itself, and distributing the 2, which gives us 2 minus 3x squared. And finally, we can add the stuff in the red while converting the negative exponent back to radical form. And there you have it. We simplified our derivative.